Today I'm going to walk you through me building this bedside table for my mom.
Remember, read and follow all labels and the owner's manual.
I started with a piece of wood for my brother Travis, and it already had this angle on it, if you can see. So I figured, why not make a frame that this could just sit into? So that's what I did. I used some angle iron. It's 1.5 inch angle iron, and I tipped the top pieces so that they matched the angle on the wood, so that this will then just fit in there. And it won't need to be bolted or fastened down. It just kind of gravity keeps it seated there. Once I got the angle I wanted, I tacked the top part of the frame together, and then I cut bottom pieces and boxed it in with more 1.5 inch angle iron. And from that point, so I had the frame, I had this set up, I welded around the inside edge right here so that when the wood sits in, it fits like right alongside there. There's not a big gap, because otherwise there would have been like about a 1/4 inch gap. So I just basically filled that in with weld, sanded it down until the wood fit. From that point, I decided to build the frame, and I guess you could just take each leg is in like 2 separate pieces. You could have done that in one piece. I could have done that one piece. But the way I processed it was I made this top part first. I boxed it in with it's 1/2 inch square tubing, and I made the outside of the frame, and then split the difference and put 2 pieces. I think they're 6 inches tall. Split the difference so that it's symmetrical here and here, and then this will be where I fit my shelves in. Now I decided to build the drawers, and that's when I use this angle iron. It's like 1 by 1 inch angle iron for the bottom slides. And then I didn't have enough to go all the way around, so I used what I had to do the inside part. And then for the outside, where the top of the drawer will rest, I used 3/8. It's basically 3/8 bar stock. And then I will show you later, but I drilled and tapped a 1/4 inch hole in it, and that'll be the stop for the drawers. So let's put that together right now. Again, I used kind of what I had in my shop. I had all this sheet metal laying here, and pretty much just made a box, except for with the front piece I used stainless steel to give it some contrast, and just it's a nice finish. Then this is 1/2 inch angle iron, and it's kind of just a drawer pull, so you can have a grip there and pull it. And then I use silicone bronze around the bottom, again, to give it a contrasting look. So those will slide in here. It's not gonna fall out. You can see here, it's where I drilled and tapped this 1/4-20 hole on each side, and that is for these bolts. And again, this stopper system is super basic. It's just bolts and then these steel anchors I had. I knew I needed to make a stop, and this was the solution I came up with. So we'll put the bolt in here. The anchors, I just thread them onto the bolt, and then you've got the drawer stop. So now it sets the depth for the drawers this way, and also where they pull out. From that point, I made the rest of the frame. The base was, or this, I guess it's not the base so much as it is the lower shelf. I use silicone bronze for all the joints, because I think once it's finished, once we clear coat it, that gold from the silicone bronze will really pop out and give it kind of a cool industrial look. The gold on the mild steel always has a nice contrast, or the brass. And This layout was just something that I kind of took the pieces that I had left over and I made. I split the difference here so that it's symmetrical with these two pieces. This same thing, I split the middle here, and then with these I took, there'd be 5 spots, so I divided it by 5, then subtracted the 2 inches that the 1/2 inch, the 4 pieces of 1/2 inch tubing would take up, and I spaced it out like that. And now you'll be like, hey, it's kind of wobbly. Why, yes it is. You can take nuts and washers and kind of, metal finish it and make your own. I had these stainless steel feet laying around and some threaded bosses, so I used so you can see without the feet it was a little wobbly. Now these threaded bosses, basically you could take a piece of round stock and drill a hole in it, or you could even take nuts or something that the bolt will thread into and make that your foot. And now it's sturdy. That's the bedside table for my mom. We'll clear coat it, probably do an automotive clear. Maybe, I don't know if we'll try wax or not. Something to stop it from rusting.